Recently, Pastor Adeboye, the General Overseer of the RCCG, paid a tribute to his wife on her birthday. According to him, the husband is the head of the wife. No matter how educated or successful that you are, your husband is your head. And you must always regard him as such. It's a terrible thing for the husband to feel that his wife is his head, misbehaving in the marriage because they want to establish that they are in charge. Now, we do insist on upholding that sanctity of marriage. But how do you define sanctity? Is it by the Holy Book? Is it by your own terms? Is it what you as a couple have said, you know what, this is what we are going to accept?
I would say I wasn't surprised. That's a marriage of 57 years. They've been together for a very long time. And, they hold the tenets of the Bible very dearly since they are in the forefront. They are preachers and men of God and all of that. And he understands. He may not use the words that the modern man would use, but he understands the place of love and submission, like the Bible talked about. And why do I want to say love? Because a lot of people put him under fire, saying that how can you order her around, tell her she must follow you to wherever she's going to, and she'll drop everything she's doing and all of that. That's slavery, that's this and that. And this was a man a few weeks ago who said, if you insult me, I don't have any problem, but if you insult my wife, that's a man who has shown that he loves his wife dearly. Okay. And when you love like Christ commanded, and you can give your life for your wife like Christ gave his life for the church, your woman should submit. That's just will submit naturally. And the lady hasn't come out. Pastor Adeboye hasn't told us that she's been suffering in the marriage, or that she's tired of cutting his nails, or tired of serving him food. She has been doing it happily. They have no issues. So if the man comes out to say, okay, this is how it works in my home, and looking at the Bible, this is how it should be, it's worked for him. Let's not take that away from him. His marriage has been successful for a very long time. And we, the young ones, should look up to, are you sure? Are you not sure it's what he's doing or what they are doing that is even making this marriage last this long? So let's take the good parts from what we have seen.
How do you define the bad parts?
Okay, so for me, I mostly agree with you. But I think some of the conversations that came out from his message on the day is, first of all, he talked about how she serves him. It was her birthday, on the occasion of her birthday, on the occasion that you should celebrate her. I mean, Mr. Brown sang a song for Mariah, I Found Joy. Imagine if he sang the song of, Mariah found me on Mariah's birthday. He now thinking of all the things that Mariah is enjoying from him. It's like, maybe it was not the right time to talk about all the things that she does for you, Celebrate her. These are the things that I do for my wife. So So for me, immediately, that's what I thought. You see people when they are talking about their wedding anniversaries, when they are hailing their wives, they say, this woman has taken all the bad things from me. I'm like, why are you celebrating her on all the bad things she took from you? How about the good things that you also brought to the marriage? So I find that's the conversation I worry about with men. Celebrate the woman that she is and what she does for you. A woman should do that when the time comes. But that aside, so we're talking of the longevity of their marriage. And, I will not take it from them. They seem to have a very good marriage. But another conversation that's come out is, does longevity mean success? Because we've had many marriages where people have been there many years. And when they finally open their mouths to tell you what they have endured. So they didn't enjoy it, they endured it. So when people are speaking, it's not because they just want to hate on him. We're just trying to have conversation. As we say, let's have these conversations. Let's open minds. Let's question things, So the longevity, yes, good on you, and they seem happy. But we know in many marriages that longevity does not exactly equal success.
Yeah. And I want to ask you, who defines the success of my marriage? Because we all have our different definitions depending on what we are out to build together. Marriage is about two people who come together to say, this is the goal that we have. We're going to build this new family. We're going to build this new channel together. And these are the rules that guide us. So what society has done over time is to give us definitions, copy and paste definitions of how marriages should be. So this is how generally it should be successful. If it's not going this way, that means it's not successful. But people are beginning to to see that it's between me and you, and we define our success. So to the fact that she has not come out for once to say that she's suffering, I want to term that her marriage is successful.
What we should be taking from Adeboye's conversation is that everybody, he has defined his own.
I understand.
And you have seen. You define
Your
yours
own and follow it.